Now, the other part of this is actually how you'll study. So you'll learn faster if you activate as much of your brain as possible. You cannot rush this step. Learning happens when neurons make connections from one area of your brain to another. So to encourage these connections, use as much of your brain as possible when you study. By saying the word and definition out loud, you're reading, speaking, hearing, and seeing the words all at the same time. If you write the words as you say or spell them, more of your brain goes into action and you'll learn the words faster and more thoroughly. This is the basics, and on another slide here, I'm going to show you some things you can do to kind of boost what you're doing in this step even more. But for right now, let's look at the procedure. You're clicking to hear the word. You want to make sure that when you have the term that it's presenting, that you know how to say it correctly. So you're going to click to say that, and you're going to say the word out loud. So aghast. Then you're going to find the definition and say that one out loud. Don't worry if there are similar definitions. This is a flaw of Quizlet. Unfortunately, because when I create the flashcards, I put the word in one column, the answer in the other column. It can only match with its own answer. So it can't really account for the fact that a lot of these words are basically synonyms. If you get it right, Quizlet sends you right to the next question. If it's wrong, you'll have a chance to look at what you did wrong. Do not click out of that word until you look to see what you did wrong. Always stop and see what you did wrong. And again, say the word out loud, say the definition out loud. And we're going to shift over to Quizlet. From here, I'm going to click Learn. Accusation, I'm going to say it right out loud. And then I'm going to look at my definitions here. Is it a charge of a crime, misdemeanor, or error? I'm not going to read all of the answers out loud because I really only want to read the correct one. But I want you to notice here that we have two that are kind of similar. Charge of a crime, misdemeanor, or error, or to charge in court, or indict. The accusation here is looking for the noun, so it's going to be this one. However, if you picked this, it's right along the same lines, so that to me indicates that you know what the word is. If you don't know, click don't know. Don't be afraid not to know. Just learn it later. All right, annihilate is this word here. And, maybe you've heard this word, in a class or something. Okay, so you're going to just keep going through like this. And I have, again, some boosters to talk to you about in another video here to help you learn these better. But we've already talked about some of them. Like when you get all the way through here, that's what I wanted to get to, this screen right here. It tells you how far you are complete. It tells you the terms that you studied in the round. And at the end of each one of these, you'd have the option to listen to them again if you need to, or star them if you think you need to. And then the continue button is down below where the screen cuts off. But the other thing you can do is press any key to continue. And then you would just keep going until you get a congratulations screen that looks like this one. Here, take a break. Don't go right on. Practice more later in the week, and then at the end you're going to take that test.